The American people are a welcoming and generous people. But those who enter our country illegally and those who employ them disrespect the rule of law. And because we...
Just before the sun rises in the Windy City, Immigration and Customs Enforcement agents fan out across Chicago to arrest criminals in the U.S. illegally.
Tac 1, Tac 2, Tac 3.
CNN was granted exclusive access to witness some of those raids.
We got 3 targets this morning. You know, some of the neighborhoods a little sketchy, so we got to make sure it's not just the target we're looking after, but other people around us.
They want to come out extra early, like right now, because they want to catch these people before they go to work. That's why it starts so early in the morning.
And because we live in an age where terrorists are challenging our borders, we cannot allow people to pour into the U.S. undetected, undocumented, and unchecked.
Morning.
Americans,
all right, let's roll, guys. A lot of things go through your head. Your adrenaline, blood pressure, of course, goes up when you're getting ready to do something like this. All right, that vehicle behind us is off limits.
How many people are involved with this operation, particularly right now?
I have a 5-man arrest team here situated in this neighborhood, here on the street. You see the stoop going up. I have a couple guys sitting right inside that stoop. This is part of what we do. Keep eyes on somebody and try to be as covert as we can. There we go.
Americans are right to demand better border security and better enforcement of the immigration laws. Illegal immigration is bad for illegal immigrants and bad for the workers they compete against.
There we go. Is that him in white?
This may look organized, but in this moment, confusion.
There's always challenges we face when it's dark, somebody that looks very similar to an individual.
ICE agents mistakenly arrest the target's brother.
In the process of talking to him in the vehicle, he then said, "Oh no, I'm actually so-and-so. Who you're looking for is over here, this other address." He led us to that address and we were able to actually arrest the individual we were looking for.
Replacing the flood of illegals with a regulated stream of legal immigrants who enter the United States after background checks and who are provided labor rights would enhance our security, raise wages, and improve working conditions for all Americans. I fully appreciate, though, that we can't create a new guest worker program without making it as close to impossible as we can for illegal workers to find employment. We don't need new guest workers plus future undocumented immigrants. We need guest workers instead of undocumented immigrants. And before any guest worker is hired, the job must be made available to Americans at a decent wage with benefits, and the employers need to show that, in fact, there are Americans who won't take these jobs. I am not somebody who's willing to take it on faith that there are jobs that Americans won't take. I know that dealing with the undocumented population is difficult for practical and political reasons.
20 seconds.
But we simply...
Next target, somebody that did in excess of 10 years for narcotics trafficking. He's also been arrested for DUI. We also may be attempting to criminally prosecute this individual because he was previously removed from the country, which is a federal felony.
You have evidence, right, that he's using a fake identity, or?
That is correct. We believe he's been using a U.S. citizen's identity to live and work. He has an Illinois driver's license.
But we simply can't claim to have dealt with the problem of illegal immigration if we ignore the illegal resident population or pretend that they will leave voluntarily. One of the central components of immigration reform is enforcement, and this bill contains a number of important provisions to beef up border security. But that's not enough. Real enforcement also means drying up the pool of jobs that encourages illegal immigration. And that can only happen if employers don't hire illegal workers. Unfortunately, our current...
Immigration and Customs Enforcement just arrested its second target. It has had surveillance on this person for a while now.
This individual was incarcerated at Cook County Jail at one point. He was released without notification to ICE. previously, if we had been in the jail like we were prior to the 2011 ordinance, we probably could have arrested the individual at Cook County Jail, much more safe and secure location.
He's going to be processed, they're going to fingerprint him, ask him questions, and there's a whole process that goes into place before anyone is deported back, including seeing a judge.
Unfortunately, our current employer enforcement system does little to nothing to deter illegal immigrants from finding work. Just a few statistics. Overall, the number of workplace arrests of illegal immigrants fell from 17,552 in 1997 to 451 in 2002, even as illegal immigration grew during that time. Immigrants sneaking.
This third target, he has an unauthorized use of a weapon, which was a firearm. He has a couple DUIs. He is a criminal. He has an extensive criminal history, and by taking him out of the community, it's making the community safer. And that's ICE's purpose, is to focus on criminals and community safety by taking these recidivist criminals out of our communities.
You got any weapons on you? No. We got a warrant for your arrest.
So we got here and there was a lot of action almost immediately.
We came in, saw the individual, we had eyes on our target. You know, he was able to come out of the business for us. We were able to apprehend him without incident. At the same time, we also brought out his brother, who also is believed to be illegal in the United States. We were able to run him on our portable fingerprint scanner. He did have a hit with DHS, so he's been previously encountered, I believe, by the Border Patrol. So we're going to take him to the office and verify what criminal history he has, and we'll go from there with him.
Immigrants
at the same time
sneaking in through unguarded holes in our border is only part of the problem. As a host of former Bush immigration officials and members of Congress said in today's Washington Post, we must, and I quote, acknowledge that as much as half of the illegal immigration problem is driven by the hiring of people who enter the United States through official border points but use fraudulent documents or overstay visas.
From there with
unquote.
him. At the same time, when an individual run out the back of the business and started jump fences, officers pursued him, were able to apprehend him.
Why did you run?
Well, the thing is, I gotta look out for my kids. I just don't want to leave my family alone. That's one of the main reasons.
What do you think about what ICE is doing to get criminal undocumented immigrants off the street?
That's good. We really appreciate that, because I mean, sometimes they get people that they're not doing anything, and we come over here for the same reason, to work, not to go ahead and break houses, break cars, nothing.
All right, take care, sir. He's just saying he was scared and ran from the cops, but that's why we want to encounter him, see what's going on, see what his story is. He's not a priority. We haven't encountered him before, so we're going to let him go on the spot. So that's one of the beautiful things that some of the technology we're trying to deploy is to be able to do some of the screening right here instead of dragging everybody back to the office, and it worked out great this particular time.
This is the ICE processing facility right outside of Chicago. All the targets that were arrested are brought here. They are fingerprinted. They fill out paperwork. They answer any questions from the agents.
Here's what you're going to ask for. I requested here before an immigration judge.
They've already had their due process. Now, basically, we serve them new paperwork, showing them that what's going to be happening to them, and then we arrange for their removal from the United States.
This is Alberto Perez. He was just released from the Cook County Jail after being arrested on domestic battery. This morning, ICE agents went to the home where he was staying and arrested him. So you have been arrested twice for battery, domestic battery. Did you know that these charges would put you at risk for deportation?
Oh, no, not at all. Not at all. I didn't know the consequence or the repercussions or anything like that. I have no idea that it would come to this.
Do you think you will be deported?
Hopefully, in my heart, I believe I won't be, but then apparently right now, my faith is in the hands of a judge.